Welcome to 49ers in 5, your daily update on everything happening with the team that you need to know. I'm Rob Stats Guerrera. Today's Thursday, February 1st, 2024. Here's what's happening with your San Francisco 49ers. We'll get to some behind-the-scenes audio that you absolutely must hear to believe in a minute. But first, we begin, as we always do, with the injury report. Now, this is not a real injury report because the Niners didn't actually have to practice, but they did have to generate the report. So here we go. George Kittle would not have participated if the team actually had a practice. He's got that toe injury. Ambry Thomas and Oren Burks would have been limited with ankle and shoulder injuries, respectively. Now, to the audio portion of the show. This comes from Inside the NFL on the CW and Netflix. Listen to some of the behind-the-scenes mic'd-up audio that they had. It's absolutely fantastic. Let's start before the NFC Championship game with John Lynch and Kyle Shanahan.
It's fun. Oh, yeah. See you on stage, man. I like it.
Kyle dropping the "see you on stage" before the game even begins is absolutely fantastic. Kyle just has 100% confidence all the time. I don't think he's ever gone into a game and thought, I don't know if I'm going to win this one. It was absolutely legendary, and thank God they made that comeback. Otherwise, that would have really sucked. Okay, moving on. After the game now, in the locker room, it's a conversation between Nick Bosa and Brock Purdy.
So the fact that you just are doing this blows my mind.
All of us, bro. All of us. It's crazy.
Did you think you'd be this good? I think I've asked you this before.
I still got excited, bro.
I know, but did you how much confidence did you have? 'Cause I was the second pick in the draft, and I lacked confidence at times.
Part about the game, but
David, I met your brother.
The 49ers themselves can't believe how well Brock Purdy is playing right now. And how about Bosa talking about there were moments where he didn't have confidence? This is Nick Bosa, right? He's been the best pass rusher on any field he's ever been on, and he still had moments where he doesn't have confidence. That's not who Brock Purdy is. Look at what he said. Didn't hesitate at all, right? Hey, I could be better than I am right now. That's awesome. That is a rare mental place to be in. Not everybody has it, and Brock Purdy does. And honestly, that is exactly the attitude that you need to have when you're going into the Super Bowl against Patrick Mahomes and Andy Reid. We always give you one thing to read, one thing to watch, and one thing you might have missed. One thing to read on this Thursday. NBC Sports Bay Area, Matt Mayoko has an article up. 6 things the Niners can learn from Super Bowl 54 against the Chiefs. Really interesting perspective. Sort of a fun/horrible refresher on that game, but definitely worth your time. If you want to read it, just click the link in the description of this episode. One thing to watch, speaking of mic'd up audio, George Kittle. Just the man is a national treasure. The 49ers have a video on their YouTube channel all about George throughout the NFC Championship game. They did a really good job of just telling the story of the game, and you get to hear really cool moments like, remember when George Kittle recovered the onside kick and everybody piled on top of him? Let's just say there were some words exchanged. It was really cool. If you want to hear it, click the link in the description of this episode. I guarantee it will put a smile on your face. One thing you may have missed, the Seattle Seahawks have a new head coach. Congratulations, Mike Macdonald. Former Ravens defensive coordinator is going to take over from Pete Carroll. The Seahawks go from one of the oldest coaches in the league to the absolute youngest head coach in the league. Obviously, we know Mike Macdonald from the Ravens and what they did to the 49ers on Christmas. So prepare to see those highlights, so to speak, before the first Niners-Seahawks game in 2024. That's a wrap on today's 49ers in 5. Please rate, review, and follow the Gold Standard Podcast Network. Like and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Click the little bell so you'll be notified every single time we go live, which is every single weekday for you. We have a ton of good stuff planned for the Super Bowl next week in Las Vegas. I'll be there with Levin Black. We'll tell you a little bit more about it later today when we stream our live show, 10 a.m. Pacific time. We've got a lot of cool things in the hopper. I'm still adding things literally every single minute as we speak. So now is the perfect time to jump on board. If this is your first show, just give us a chance. I promise you, we will not let you down. I'm Rob Stats Guerrera. We'll talk later today.